Hello viewers, welcome back. Good morning, Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar to all of you. I'm Krishnendu Mandal and welcome back in my YouTube channel Mandal Sir's Commerce Classes. How are you? Fine? As you all know that I'm running a campaign in this pandemic condition of COVID-19, and in this series I've from 2 days back I had started a series of 15 practical questions of income and expenditure account, and today I'm come back with yet another exciting question of income and expenditure account. So without wasting any more time, I would like to start today's video with a beautiful thought of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela said that education is a powerful weapon which can change the whole world. Yeah, it's very true that if a person is so much educated, then he or she have the power to change the whole world. So always try to get a good education and always try to adopt good things through which you can also change and or contribute something towards this world. So let's begin today's lecture. And the question in our screen is about the Ram Krishna Mission Charitable Hospital. Okay, let's begin with by reading the question. From the following information relating to Ram Krishna Mission Charitable Hospital, prepare income and expenditure account. In this question, the name of the club is Ram Krishna Charitable Mission, and the performer for which is already prepared. And this income and expenditure account is prepared for the month of uh, for the year ended 31st March 2013. So 31st March 2013, which this is the last date of the year, and this is the current year. If 31st March 2013 is the current year, then the previous year would be 2012. 1st April 2012 means the opening date of the year will be the 1st April 2012, and the closing date is 31st March 2012. As per this date, we can guess that 31st March 2013 is the current year, 31st March 2012 was the previous year, and 31st March 2014 will be our next year. So in this question, receipt and payment account is given, and there are lots of additional informations which are given after this question. So let's begin with the adjustments and transactions. First of all, always remember that all the item in the receipt side will enter in the income side, and all the items of the payment will record it in the expenditure side. So we will begin from the income side. First of all, the first item is to bank. So as usual, I had already told you that do not write the bank, because the bank or the balance brought down always shows the opening cash or bank balance, and cash or bank, these are a type of current assets. Due to current assets are of the capital nature, and we had already learned that in income expenditure account, current assets or capital assets, capital nature items are not included in the income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure accounts only belongs to the revenue items of the current year. So as per that rule, the first item to bank will not be entered in this question, in this or any question. Now move on to the second point, that is to subscription. Subscription received during the current year, that is 47,996. So let's read the adjustment. Subscription due. Subscription due means the amount of subscription which is yet to be received. Last year means the closing opening balance of subscription mentioned over here, that 240 means 240 rupees of last year is yet to be received, and in the current year rupees 280 is yet to be received. This is the outstanding subscription. Now after this, subscription received in advance also given over here. Subscription received in advance means the amount of subscription which is received earlier, before the period. That is 64 rupees we had already get in the last year for the current year, and in 31st March 2013 we get 100 rupees for the upcoming year, that is for the 2014. So let's begin with the adjustment. So first of all, we will write over here by in income side by subscription. By subscription, the amount received during the year, the amount received during the year, that is 47,996. Now, subscription due. Subscription due means subscription outstanding which is yet to be received. So opening outstanding is 240, and we already learn about this, that opening outstanding is always deducted from the amount received during the year. So opening outstanding is 240 rupees, it will be deducted. And the current year's outstanding, current year means the closing balance. The closing outstanding is of rupees 280. So the closing outstanding will always be added. Next, after this, subscription received in advance. So the opening advance will always be added. Opening advance. Opening advance will always be added. So opening advance is of rupees 64. And the closing advance, that is the advance of current year, closing advance will always be deducted. So what's the amount? That is 100. So after writing all these items, we have to calculate the total amount to be shown outside of this account. So let me calculate about this. 47,996 plus minus 240 plus 280 plus 64 minus 100 is equal to 48,000. So in outer column we will show 48,000. Simple this point. Next, after this point, donation. For the point of donation, I had already told you earlier that if before donation or after donation nothing will be mentioned, then it is treated that donation is of revenue nature. That means it is a general donation. But if in front of donation it is mentioned that donation for building, like donation for hall, donation for any specific item, then it is treated as a specific donation, and specific donation is always written in the closing balance sheet at the liability side. But here donation, nothing is mentioned with the donation, so we will treat donation as a general donation, and general donation is always included in our income and expenditure account. So we will write over here, by donation, this is a revenue item, general donation, and what's the amount mentioned over here? That is 14,500. Next, move on to the next point. To interest on investment at 7% per annum for the full year. Here interest on investment is given, that is of 7%, at the rate of 7%. 7,000 is the amount. So now the question arises that what is the actual amount of investment on which we will get this 7%. So first of all, see in the payment side, is there any investment? No sir, there is no investment. If there is no investment, that means that in this question, in the particular year, we do not purchase any type of investment. If we purchase any investment during the year, then we will have to show that particular investment in the payment side. But in payment side there is no investment. That means none of the investment is purchased during the current year. So how the interest will come? So we will assume that this interest on investment is on the investment which is purchased during the last year, means previous year. We will purchase some investment in the previous year, on which we get the interest of 7% this year also. So we have to calculate the amount of that investment which we had purchased. So here we will show the working note. In working note we will show like this: actual amount of investment is equal to, actual amount of investment is equal to, now we will write that 7,000 into 100 divide by 7. After solving this, you will get rupees 1 lakh. That means the investment which we had purchased last year is of 1 lakh, and on that 1 lakh we will get this year interest at the rate of 7%, which is of rupees 7,000. So the interest is of nominal nature, and here we get the interest, so this interest is a income for us. So that's why by interest on investment, we will write over here by interest on investment, and the amount to be shown outside will be of rupees 7,000. That's it. Now we move on to the next point, that is to proceeds from charity show. uh, while uh, while you see in the clubhouse that during the whole year they are organizing various type of charity shows like exhibition or cooking shows or something else, and whatever they earn from that charity show, these are treated as the proceeds from charity show, and these are the income for the clubhouse. So we will write over here by proceeds from charity show, by proceeds from charity show. And now the amount to be shown over here, 10,450. Nothing is adjustment given relating to this point, so that's why we will write over here directly. Next, next we move on to the payment side, because we had already write all the items of the receipt side. Now move on to the payment side. First item, medicines. So two medicines. Before writing medicine, let's take our eyes in below the question. The additional informations are given. In the additional information, it is mentioned stock of medicine, that is the opening and closing stock of the medicines are given, and if any items having opening and closing balance in the adjustment, we will have to treat that item as a consumable stores. So two medicines, first of all write the amount of the medicine purchased during the year, that is of 30,590. This is the amount of medicine which is purchased during the current year. Now the treatment of consumable store, I had prepared a separate video for that. So you will find that opening stock in the consumable store is always be added, and the closing stock will always be deducted from it to calculate the actual amount of medicines or actual amount of stores to be consumed this year. So first of all, add the opening balance, opening stock. Opening stock, what is the opening stock of medicine? That is 8,810. Now deduct the closing stock. Closing stock, what is the closing stock? 97 9,740. Now calculate the final amount to be shown outside of this pro forma. 30,590 plus 8,810 plus 9,740. So the amount what we will get is the 49,140. This is the amount what we will get. So this is the actual amount of medicines which are consumed during the current year. So next move on to the next point, that is the doctor's honorarium. As I had already told you about the honorarium, honorarium means the type of memento or the gifts which were awarded to any of the chief guests, those who are come in our club or institute. So doctor's honorarium is a revenue nature item, revenue expenditure. So we will write over here doctor's honorarium. Doctor's honorarium, is there any adjustment relating to that? No sir, no, nothing is given. So write over here directly the amount. Next, by salaries. So write over here two salaries. Two salaries, what is the amount? 27,500. Okay, next comes to the next point. By sorry, two petty expense, is there any adjustment relating to this? No sir, nothing is given. So petty expense, what is the amount of that? 461. Next, buy equipment. So right over here, two equipment. Let's see the additional information. There is a adjustment relating to this equipment, that is the opening and closing balance. So this will also be the part of the consumable store. So write the amount in the inner column. What is the amount of equipment purchased during the year? That is the 15,000. This is the amount of equipment purchased during the year. Add the opening stock. Opening stock, the value of opening stock is given in the adjustment, and the opening stock value is 21,200. So right over here 21,200. Next, deduct the closing stock. Deduct the closing stock. What is the amount of closing stock? 31,600. Now calculate the total amount to be shown outside of this column. 15,000 plus 21,200 minus 31,600. So the amount what we get is the 4,600. That means the equipment of rupees 4,600 were used during the whole year. Okay, next point, that is the expenses on charity show. So right over here, to expense on charity show. To expense on charity show, what is the amount? That is 750. After writing this, is there anything left? No sir, everything is completed. No dear, there is one more point is left. That is the last adjustment. See over here, that is building. The book value of the building is given. That is, in the beginning of the year, club has a building of 40,000, but at the end of the year, club has the building of 38,000. So the value of the building reduced. So what is the method known as, due to which the reduction come place? So in class 11th we learn about depreciation. I think depreciation shows the reduction in the value of assets. So here also the value of assets comes down. That means indirectly here it is mentioned that you have to charge depreciation. So depreciation on building, depreciation on building, I show over here, that was the calculation, 40,000 minus 38,000. That means 2,000, the value of rupees 2,000 get reduced from the value of building as a depreciation. Now I think everything is included, every point is included in the whole question and nothing is left. Now calculate the figure to be shown as surplus or deficit. So let's begin. That is 48,000 plus 14,500 plus 7,000 plus 1060. Sorry for this. Here amount, please rectify this amount, 29,660. Now once again do the total. 14,500, 7,000, 10,450 minus 29,660 minus 9,000 minus 27,500 minus 461 minus 4,600 minus 750 minus 2,000, and there is answer is 5,979, means 5,979. This is the surplus. What is the meaning of surplus? Surplus shows the net profit during the whole year. So what show over here the amount 5,979, and what is the total? Let's see. 48,000 plus 14,500 plus 7,000 plus 10,450. The total is 79,950. This is the total amount which is to be shown at the end of the ledger. So also put this total in the credit side also. 79,950. Now let's move on to the opening balance sheet. Opening balance sheet will be started from the opening cash in hand. So right over here, cash at bank, because in the opening balance there is two bank is mentioned. That means the cash at bank is mentioned in the question. So as per the condition given in the question, we have to write the things. After that we have to write the investment, because we are calculating this investment. This investment, it belongs to the previous year. Previous year means opening. So investment, what is the amount of investment calculated? That is 1 lakh. So for clear your doubt, I will write over here, that is this comes from the working note. Now all the items that is of 31st March 2012, that is the opening date of this column, will include in this particular opening balance sheet. So write one by one. So first of all, subscription due, that means outstanding subscription. Outstanding subscription. What is the amount of outstanding subscription? That is 240. After this, stock of medicine is given. Sorry, opening advance is given. Opening advance will show in the liability side. Advance subscription. Advance subscription. What is the amount of advance subscription? That is of 64. Then stock of medicine. Stock belongs to the asset side. So stock medicine, just write over here medicine. It will be uh, understandable. Medicine. What is the amount of opening stock of medicine? That is 8810. Next, equipment. With the value of equipment in the beginning of the year. Equipment in the beginning of the year, that is of rupees 21,200. After this, the book value of building is given. So right over here, building. What is the amount of building? That is of 40,000. After this 40,000, what we have to? We have to calculate the capital fund. So 7130 plus 1 lakh plus 240 plus 8810 plus 21,200 plus 40,000 minus 64. So the amount of the capital fund appear is of rupees 177,316. This is the amount. So right over here, capital fund, and this is a balancing figure, as I already told you about this. So now mark the total of the whole calculation, that is of rupees 177,380. This is the total. This is the total of opening balance sheet, and show the same total over here also, 380, and I make it bold for your own understanding. Now we will start the closing balance sheet. So first of all, I will write over here capital fund. What is the amount of capital fund we calculate recently? 316. Now we will add surplus, the amount of surplus what we have calculated earlier. The amount of surplus is 59 and 79. This is the amount of surplus. So calculate, add both the amounts, 177,316 plus 5979. So amount is 1,83,295. 1,83,290. 83,295. Right over here, 83. Okay. Next, after this, capital fund. Is there anything? Yes. Closing advance is here. That is of rupees 100. So right over here, advance subscription. Advance subscription. So what is the amount of subscription? The amount of advance subscription is 100. Now, is there any item left for the liability side? Any outstanding or anything? No, sir. Nothing is left. Now move on to the asset side. Asset side will start by the name cash at bank. Means the closing cash, whatever remaining at the end of the year. After the cash at bank, we will see in the adjustments, that is the outstanding subscription. This outstanding belongs to the current year. Outstanding subscription, this outstanding belongs to the current year. What is the amount of subscription? That is 280. Okay, after subscription, investment, we had just a minute, advance subscription over here. Advance subscription is already included in the liability side. After that, stock of medicine is given. So solve line in a sequence. Stock of medicine. What is the amount of stock of medicine? So the amount of stock of medicine is 31,600. Oh, sorry, 9740. 9740. Then 31,600, and this belongs to the stock of equipment. and there is no compulsory to write the whole thing, that stock of medicine. If you write only medicine also or equipment, then also it is understandable that is the stock which is shown over here. Next, after this, building. So we will write over here building, and what is the opening value of building? That is 40,000. And now we have deduct the depreciable amount, and what is the amount of depreciation? 2000. So we will write over here 2000. After this, we will show over here 38,000. That means this is the amount of the current year after deduction of the depreciation. Then we will write over here investment. What is the amount of investment? We had calculated over earlier, that is 1 lakh. So right over here, this comes from working note. After writing all these things, I don't think that anything is remained to be writing. Everything I had entered. Now we will calculate, or we will total both the items. The liability side will produce the total of the liability side is 1,83,395. Now moves on to the asset sides. Well, let's see what it will be the total. 280, then 9740, 31,600, just a minute. 280, 9740, 31,600, 38,000, 1 lakh. Yes, here comes 1,83,090, 1,83,395. Here's the total tallied. So by this way you have to solve this question. And remember one thing, that while solving this type of question in board, you just have taken only 15 minutes. You have to, within 15 minutes you should solve this question. Otherwise, if you take more than this, there is surety that you will be left any one or two question definitely. So revise these questions thoroughly, and I hope that you would like today's video lecture. And if you like the lectures, so give a thumb of like and subscribe my channel. And I promise you that very soon I will come back with yet another educational video in this series. Till then, see you, take care, bye bye.